little different between water and Gatorade, and the Gatorade actually proved to like keep it at a more constant rate, which is probably helping with like the homeostasis.
I got involved because I wanted to learn more about acne and how it affects people, because it has affected me my whole life. So I wanted to see if acne medications actually worked.
The reason I picked this device is, number one, my uncle turned blind a few years ago. And after that, I started noticing a change in his way of walking. He was less confident, he was tripping a lot. And so then I talked to some orientation and mobility specialists in blind schools. And they concluded that the reason is because, well, obviously, they have a loss of vision, which causes them to, so what the orientation mobility specialists do is they retrain them to be more independent. And so now I thought of a device that will be able to keep them more independent, so they do not need any other assistance, they don't need another person going along with them. But it's also very simple and affordable, and it must be, because 90% of the visually impaired live in developing countries, and that's the major issue that this device is solving.
So my brother is actually a health fanatic, and his biggest thing was probiotics. And he always talked about how they didn't work for so many different reasons, and he was trying to find the perfect one that worked. And so I picked one of the reasons they might not work. I wanted to see if they got denatured by the stomach acid, and it turns out they don't. They're activated by stomach acid. So you can't take a Tums before you take a probiotic.
I did my project about political debating. I chose this topic because it felt very relevant to today's society. We live in a really divided country, and stress effects of debating are really, really common, and that's very bad for you. So I wanted to do this project to sort of show how you can reduce that, how you can feel relaxed around stressful politics.
I chose plants versus UV because I wanted to see if there's another type of light source that could possibly speed up the growth of plants. And
I picked what's pestering you because I work in a produce department.
I got into bacterial blues because I found it was pretty interesting to explore what visible light could do to bacterial growth.
I got interested in computational game theory because my grandmother, a couple of years ago, came and after a quadruple bypass surgery nearly died due to a bacterial infection. And I didn't want that to happen to anybody else, but I'm also not very biologically inclined. So I wanted to figure out how can I apply my love of math to help people. And what I found was computational game theory.
Tested the effect of temperature on muscle contraction and the sliding filament theory.
We started this project because we're both heavily involved in sports and being active, and that's a big part of our life right now. So we wanted to do something that we both were interested in and that could be something useful for our school and the athletes in it. So this is what we decided on doing.
Our coaches always tell us it's important to warm up, so we thought it would be good to know what warming up actually does for us as opposed to being in a colder environment.
Third place for Best in Fair goes to Avery Close and William Mendon. And second for Best in Fair goes to Renata Abreu. Which is an engineering firm in Massachusetts. They have graciously awarded us the first place award to the top project at the New Hampshire Science and Engineering Expo, intended to recognize outstanding achievement in high school student scientific research. In addition to the certificate, the winning project team will be given a $200 award. This goes to Amy Cotter.